the first thing is remember that your beliefs and opinions aren't true. Doesn't matter where they're from or where you got them or whatever you think. And by that I mean there's always somebody else thinking something different, and you can always find somebody. I don't care what the perspective is, but if you find the right person, you can find someone who can passionately and intellectually, with depth and curiosity and deep understanding, who can make an argument for a perspective that's very different from the one that you have or the one that I have. Now, I've learned that over time in my life because I encounter so many really smart people. I have had the opportunity to encounter so many really smart people who thought things very different than or saw the world very differently than how I saw it. And this is it's very humbling, but it's also really empowering because what I've learned over time is I don't have to try to have the right or correct or whatever beliefs and opinions because I know that they're always just at some level they're always subject to possible change. The other thing that you need to remember or think about is that no matter what is said in here that you agree with, there are other people in the room who disagree with that. And regardless of what is said in here that you disagree with, there are always other people in this room who agree with it. So these two things are always in play. And for me, bro, can you just stand up really fast? I just want to, just turn around, look at, so I just want you to look at every person has a different set of beliefs, right? And so imagine being me, and I have to talk about these really contentious topics. And I'm looking at these two guys here, and I have a certain way of talking about the topics, but I know that these three people here disagree with what they're thinking or what I'm saying to them. And these people over here are confused. There's some people up there that think I'm a complete idiot. There are other people over here that think, oh, you should talk further about this because this is so important. And somebody over here who's saying, you should never talk about that. And somebody over here saying, you never talk about the things that are the most important things to talk about, and just on and on and on, right? So just looking at it from that angle, hang on. That would be pretty daunting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Okay, yeah, it's mental illness. But the biggest thing for you though is how you do it. What I want you to see is how you do it. So as you're sitting here and you're agreeing with something that I say or somebody else says, I want at every moment you to remember there are other people who disagree with that. Yeah. And when I say something or someone says something that's so reasonable, and you think, oh, that's so smart and so reasonable, always remember there are really smart people in here who disagree with it. And if I gave them a mic and brought them to the front, they could lay out a reason for that. And that's your job in this classroom.
Yeah, I also think that we're all learning. We're all in between 18 to 22 years old. It's only not even a quarter way through your life. I think every single day you learn.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you get to my age, it's more frightening because you learn how much you don't know. Every day I wake up, and because I've gotten really good at learning things, which means that my scope of learning expands more, and then I see more and more of what I don't know, and I have less time. I used to have the idea that, when I was your age, I used to have the idea that, I'll have enough time in my life that I'll be able to figure it out. And now at my age, that's never going to happen, man. Yeah. So anyway, that's your job, man. Always remember, when you agree with something, think about the people who disagree with it. When you disagree with something, think about how happy people in the room are that I or somebody else is saying that thing that you disagree with, and be happy for them that they're happy that they get to agree.
Will do.
Dude, what's your name? Owen. Dude, thanks, man. All right.